Alrighty folks, so we're here for our second boss of Castle Nathria, the new raid in Shadowlands. We're looking at Huntsman Altimor. Again, we're going to be looking at like a feral POV, and I'm going to kind of be discussing what I end up doing through this boss. So, my talents, I ended up going Sabertooth, Blood Talons, Soul of the Forest, and Brutal Slash. And I just go pure single target. Because I'm using the Apex Predator Legendary, I probably could have gone Primal Wrath, which would have meant I would have had easier application of my rips on these two targets, which means I would have had like an easier time being able to get my Apex procs. But that's okay. I ended up going Brutal Slash. I think Brutal Slash ultimately is probably going to be better. Again, I'm using Carnivorous Instinct instead of Taste for Blood. The reason being because I didn't want to keep swapping conduits over and over again, so I just went with Carnivorous because it was good in multiple fights. So, let's get into it. So, I'm going to start this by just trying to rake both targets. I'm then going to Thrash, I'm going to Brutal Slash, proc my Blood Talons, and then I'm going to rip the main target, the bear then. I Berserk Tiger's Fury, rip, and then I Convoke immediately straight off the bat, get my rip applied on both targets. This is a little bit different to how I ended up doing Shriekwing, but I think with the two targets here, I just wanted to get my rip up on both, get my Convoke slapping, and I get my Convoke, most importantly, just get it on cooldown, because we're going to have the Shades coming up soon, and those we're going to need kill. We avoid the Sin Seeker there. If you're standing in those arrows, then you are going to get, and you get hit, it's pretty much going to kill you. If you get hit by two of those, and you have two of those dots, you are absolutely just going to die. So, I learned my lesson from earlier pulls on this boss. And I'm basically, just for my rotation, I'm raking both targets, I'm thrashing, and I'm brutal slashing as much as I can. Obviously, only applying Thrash once, and then reapplying it when it's going to fall off. I'm obviously shredding whenever I don't have any brutal slashes available. We are focusing Margor here, and then I'm just making sure that I'm keeping Huntsman dotted up to get my Apex procs. I think I generated something like 20 Apex procs or something like that in this fight, if memory serves me well. So we end up going on to Barghast here. So what's going to happen is I know Convoke's got 40 seconds. Barghast is soon going to start summoning these Shades. We're going to get 2 Shades. The Shades take stacking increases amounts of damage the more stacks that they have. They gain stacks just over time, right? So we see those Shades spawn in the back of the room. What we're going to do is we're going to CC those, hard CC with a Polymorph or a Hex or whatever, Hibernate, whatever you can use, right? So for now, I don't really need to worry about them. I've got the Sin Streak on me, so I'm just going to move out, make sure I'm clear of everybody, pop a defensive, you know, just pop a light bark skin, and I'm safe. I did then get hit with the spread shot, so you can see I'm low on health here. I still have this Sin Seeker dot on me, so I'm going to use my survival instincts to make sure I don't die here. I really, really don't want to die. You can see I'm dropping low. We move over to the Shade now. I've got my bleeds up on both bosses, and then I'm going to Convoke this Shade and just try and pummel it as quickly as possible. I don't put Rip on the Shade because it's going to die too quick. I'm not going to get 24 seconds worth of rip value, so there's no point. I do end up ripping this one. Again, I shouldn't have. I got probably 6 seconds or so on that. Bit of a waste, right? I should have just done an additional Ferocious Bite. So now we get another Shade spawn. We're going to move away. Move back onto the boss here. I'm going to make sure that I'm, again, just raking, brutal slashing, thrashing, right? You might not want to double rake both targets. You might want to rake, thrash, brutal slash, so you can generate your Blood Talons, making sure you have enough energy there, and then look to be raking both targets. The only other thing I'm doing to like optimize in this fight, you can see these orbs that are spawning around my feet here. Those little blue orbs, they're going to give me extra versatility. That it's a trinket from a teammate, and that's going to give me some extra verse. So I'm definitely looking to take use of that. Now we're going to transition over to the Shade here. I move over, I give it a rip. Again, misplay, shouldn't have ripped it. I don't really get value here, so definitely could have improved on this fight by not ripping those Shades. They just die way too quickly. And then we're going to transition over to this third and final Shade. We ended up re-clearing this the next day, and I was playing my Windwalker Monk. So I've done this on Windwalker Monk as well. And so I move out with my Sin Seeker there so I don't hit the whole raid there. Boom. Good. Now, I don't have any defensives here, so if spread shot comes through, I'm probably going to die if it hits. Okay, I'm safe here because boss isn't Really hit me. I've got my Healthstone available. I don't opt to use it there. I get healed up too quick. That's good. That's fine. I'm still ticking from this dot, so I am going to have to Healthstone at some point. I'm lucky not to get hit from the spread shot there. But yeah, as I was saying, we came and did it on the Windwalker the next day, and on a second split, and we were just Death Knight gripping the shades into us instead of having to move out from the boss. So it made this fight like infinitely easier. So definitely, if your group can death grip those in, and then you can 3-target cleave, exceptional. Now I've got this petrifying howl on me, so I want to move away at the last second. I've still got 3 seconds on the clock. I shapeshift out, find some free real estate over here, some low traffic area, and then move back into the fight, reapply my bleeds, looking good. We shouldn't have any more dogs or shades for the rest of the fight. It should just be pummel the boss down. I do have box skin available for this Sin Seeker now. I do use it before it comes through. And then I get hit with a spread shot. So if I didn't have box skin up then, I'm pretty sure I would have just been dead. I'm not going to get another set of cooldowns on this fight. I'm not lining up my Berserk and my Convoke on this fight, right? I'm not lining them up. It depends on when we're pulling the shades in. Whatever cooldowns I have, when a shade comes up, I'm blasting. A lot of people look at it as pad. Those things need to die. They're constantly casting, and we need to obviously keep them CC'd. They need to die when we pull them in. And look at that. I end up getting a heroic 213 weapon. Absolutely incredible. Wasn't able to trade it, so unfortunately I had to equip it. But that hopefully that was Huntsman Altimor. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys, and hopefully you learned a little bit from there. If you want to see more, make sure you get in the comment section below. Make sure you give this a like, pass on to your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.